Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the initial live stream for the 2026 Best Reform Podcast Bracket. If you're listening to this on the podcast channel, this is a special episode. And if you're watching this, you're watching it live, possibly watching it later. But we just opened up voting for the 2026 Best Reform Podcast Bracket. We do this once a year. This is the fourth annual podcast bracket. And before we get started, I just wanted to kind of go over the history of this as well too, so y'all know what's going on. So 4 years ago, out of boredom, I started in March a Best Reform podcast bracket. We had, I think, 32 podcasts on there, and it was quite popular. The next year, I expanded it to 64. Last year, we expanded it to 128, and then this year we have 128 as well. And although many of the podcasts remain the same, I think we have 11 or 12 new entries in the Reform Podcast bracket. And the way it works, we started today at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard, and you have 24 hours to vote for each bracket. We have 128 in the bracket, as you can see here, and we've kind of color coded them just so you guys know. We're doing all of the blue, the upper left-hand corner there. That's 16 matchups today. Then we'll do the orange. That's 16 matchups tomorrow. Then we move over to the green. That's 16 matchups on the third day. And then 16 matchups in the red on the fourth day. And then once that closes, I do a live stream after each round. So those 4 days will be the round one, and you will see the 24-hour poll that you have to vote at Real DMW Podcast. So if you have an X account, go to Real DMW Podcast. It's right down here at the bottom of the screen, too, where you're watching. That's our X account. And you can vote on all these brackets once a day. From now until the 16th will be when we announce the winner. So it's really up to you. So we have 16 matchups per day for the first 4 days, which will get us from 128 down to 64. And then I believe round two will take 2 days. We will do 16 matchups day one, 16 matchups day two. But essentially, every single bracket that you vote on will say right in the header, try to make it very easy for you. Round one, round one, day two, round one, day three, round one, day four, round two, day one, round two, day two. So you kind of know where we're at in the bracket. And I will post this PDF or this PNG here picture of the bracket as we go. And I update with percentages who wins each bracket and moves on to the next round. And then, of course, we have all kinds of prizes. We have wonderful sponsors, Rockwell Bibles, Dominion Wealth Strategists, Squirrely Joe's, Private Family Bacon, Banking, excuse me, not Banking, Disvault, Rebinding, 1689 Cigars, the Reform Business Alliance. I mean, these guys make this possible. Okay, so every time you vote on that too, on the bracket, you'll see below it this picture and then all of our sponsors with their X accounts. Make sure you go follow them and support those guys because we couldn't do it without them. And then Matthew Everhard last year, Keith Foskey is our defending champion, and Matthew Everhard bought him a belt, as you can see on that picture there. And he has promised to buy a championship belt for the winner this year. That one there in the picture actually has Keith Foskey's name on it because it was personalized. Matthew Everhart personalized it for him, and I'm gathering he's going to personalize it for the person who wins this year. So Keith Foskey, your Calvinist, is our defending champion from last year, and we're going to see if someone can take him down. But right now, as you're watching this, Monday morning, if you're watching this after, then obviously not right now. Excuse me, but right now we opened voting, and we're voting in these blue on the upper left. So you have 16 matchups going on right now. We have 24 hours to go and vote. And it's been getting pretty exciting already. We already have one of our new entries, Forward by Faith podcast, has probably posted already 50 memes. He's really pushing the Presbyterians in that bracket. He's going to be up in tomorrow's matchups, Forward by Faith podcast, and has really gotten into it. getting other people to post and memeing and all those things. That's fun to do during this bracket. We have Brandon Wood from Eschatology Matters already posting and saying, hey, if you vote for this podcast, you're going to get a sticker pack if you screenshot the vote for Grace at the Gates, which is on their networking or their channel, excuse me. So we see a lot of this every year too, to where, you can team up with another podcast, push someone through that you want to see in the next round. Tell people to not vote for that person because they could be a threat to you in the next round. If you have a podcasting community or channel and you want to see one of your podcasts go through, you're rooting for them. It's all fair game. And it's pretty cool to see kind of the memes and the alliances and things like that. So we've already got over 10,000 different posts and views in the first few hours, but it's open right now. So if you're watching this, and even if it's day 2, 3, 4 down the line, it's still going on. It's a 15-day tournament. Every day I get up in the morning and I'll set the new bracket with people to post with, but it's going to take us 4 days. We're on day 1 of day 4 of the first round. And we do 16 matchups per day. The blue, the orange, the green, and then the red. And then from there, we will obviously, just like a bracket works, we'll keep moving down until we get to that center, the final championship between 2 podcasts left standing. So, guys, it's the 2026 Best Reformed Podcast Bracket with our awesome sponsors. On day 4, we will be doing a live stream with all of the sponsors, and we will kind of be going over who moved on. It'll almost be like a Sports Center, ESPN kind of overview of the round, but for Reformed and Calvinistic podcasts, right? And we'll bring our sponsors on. They can talk a little bit about what they do and how we can support them. If you guys have listened to the Dead Men Walking podcast, my podcast, for any amount of time, always have a lot of business owners on, entrepreneurs, people in that space. I'm a business owner myself, and we want to support those Christians that are building things for the kingdom, that are doing things correctly, that are conducting themselves in a way that is honorable to God in their business. So make sure you check out Rockwell Bibles and Dominion Wealth Strategists and Squirrely Joe's and Private Family Banking and 1689 Cigars and the Reform Business Alliance and Des Volt Rebinding and all those different sponsors that make this possible. So I just wanted to jump on, basically tell you that voting is open. Also, too, if you guys see me tag one of the podcasts, I've already had this happen this morning, and you know of a better X handle to tag that podcast at, if they have like an official podcast that maybe got by me, or they have a personal X that would be better to tag them in, feel free to comment and tag them in that, and then I'll make sure I update that as we go. I think I had 1 or 2 of those this morning already. But remember, I'm trying to keep track of 128 different podcasts. This year we had to change some of the names because the podcast names change, the X accounts change. So trying to do the best I can. So be patient with me. It's just one guy over here basically doing this and trying to get it right as we go. But I want to give those podcasts as much exposure as possible. This is really why I started it 4 years ago, and it's grown into this. Is you will see some podcasts on here that probably get, a couple million downloads a year. You'll see some podcasts on here that maybe get 500 downloads a year. And the point is we want to get eyeballs on all of these podcasts and let you choose. Not only who you're going to vote for, but maybe you go, maybe I should take a listen to that podcast and see what they're about. And if you love them, you start following them. If you don't like it, you don't. That's what I love about the free markets. But either way, you might see some people on this list that you'd never heard of. And you go, I should check them out. So we want to give exposure to those podcasts that maybe are starting out or still in the process of growing to a larger audience. And then, of course, we have some larger ones in there that you will know. And I don't think it's necessarily, past champions have not necessarily been the ones with the largest audiences or the most downloads. They really are how, fervent, how dedicated their fans are to voting for them during this bracket. And I've seen some awesome upsets, and we're going to see some upsets in the first round. We'll see some big names not make it. We'll see some small names make it. We'll see some ones that we really like, possibly not make it. And then ones that we don't know make it. And then you have to go, oh, now I got to check that podcast out and see what they're all about. So it's fun to watch that, and and it's fun for me to post it. That's why I do it. But yeah, so round one is open right now. This was just the initial live stream. The live stream's going on from here on out. We'll have some of the sponsors on with me, so it'll be multiple people. We'll be talking. You guys can comment. We'll answer questions. We'll, talk about the comments, kind of go over who's made it to the next round. And that live stream will be on the 6th in the afternoon after the final round, or the day 4 of round 1 is closed. That way we know on that live stream the 64 that are moving on, and then we start round 2. So that was it, guys. Just a quick note. And like I said, for those of you that are listening to this right now on my regular podcast stream, you're going, what the heck is going on? For the next 2 Wednesdays release, we won't have a regular scheduled podcast because we will be holding this bracket. And anyone who's listening to this through Spotify or Google or Apple or Podchaser or wherever you get your podcast, because we're everywhere, go hop on to X. Go create an account if you want, and go to Real DMW Podcast, and you too can vote for your favorite podcast that you think should move on. We want your vote. We want you to be posting, reposting, give your best videos, your best memes. Last year we had videos going back and forth. We try to keep this friendly, right? We can just and jab each other, but we do keep it friendly. It's all in good fun. It's good natured. Hopefully we're all on the same team here, even with some maybe secondary disagreements. But like last year, Corey Wing from Civically Minded did a whole series of Presbyterian posts that were just awesome. Obviously, Matthew Everhard, bringing in the belt. Keith Foskey of Your Calvinist, was doing some great videos. And what I've noticed is the more active you are with this, you're posting videos, posting memes, kind of jabbing each other and joking. I've seen those people move on. And I haven't even really told you, but we've got all kinds of great prizes. I've got, I've got a Rebound Bible or Rebound Septuagint from Rockwell Bibles for the first place winner. You're going to get to pick. That's a $500 value. Second place, third place, fourth place. We've got cigars from 1689 cigar packs going out. We've got coffee from Squirrely Joe's going out. Obviously, we've got the championship belt that Matthew Everhard's going to send the champion. Kiefer Likens is donating some, I think, a custom knife and a Dead Man Walking coin and all these kind of cool things that he does. So make sure you go check him out too. Follow him, Kiefer Likens, everywhere on social. He is actually, you see the Dead Man Walking right in the center, the icon there, or back here behind me. He actually created that for me. No charge. He just created a bunch of stuff and said, here, use some of these. So I have a variation. I've been using the same logo for about 5 years, but sometimes I'll throw this one up there because I do like what he did there, with the skull and the sword and the Latin. So from death to life. And so Kiefer's a brother, a past guest, and he was gracious enough to donate. So I've got coffee, I've got book packs, I've got sticker packs, we've got knives to give away, we've got coins to give away, we've got Rebound Bibles, we've got all kinds of cool stuff. And what's really neat is a lot of these podcasts will start throwing in prizes themselves and go, hey, you vote for me and I'll give you, a t-shirt pack. Or if you vote for this guy, I'll give you a book pack. Or, just like I said, like Eschatology Matters already throwing down the gauntlet an hour in saying, hey, you get a sticker pack if you vote for this other podcast that's on our channel. So it's advantageous for just the non-podcasters. If you're just a podcast listener and you have an X account, go on, vote. There's prizes for you to even win just as a voter, someone who's not even into podcasting. You're a podcast listener and supporter. There's going to be prizes for you. So this is going on for the next 15 days. So make sure you jump on. Just wanted to say welcome to the 2026 Reform Podcast Bracket. And happy voting, guys. And remember, the chief end of man is to glorify God and enjoy Him forever. God bless.